Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here. This is part 2 of the Battle of Fredericksburg, and I have successfully defended Marye's Heights on the left, and now comes a bit more of a challenge, I think, on the right, though it's not nearly as long. This is where I need to successfully hold Telegraph Road, which is the center objective. As long as I do that, I will win the battle. I don't need to worry about Prospect Hill over here. I basically abandoned that and let them have it. Now, he's going to definitely outnumber me a whole lot, so I've got to just figure out how to pick and choose where I want to defend. I feel like if I bring some of what's up here on the northern part of my line over this way and just build a line right on the edge of these woods here, I should be able to hold that for 3 hours. The tricky part is getting these troops up there before he gets his troops over there. And if I can do this right, hopefully I can get out of here with minimal casualties in this part of the battle. But it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So what I think I'm going to do here is break off some skirmishers to rush up there. They can get there a little faster to at least hold the ground until I can get the rest of my troops there. I'm also going to, I've got these 2 units of cavalry right here. And what I'm going to do is kind of bring them back and sit them here. And once I see he's committed his whole force to this line, I might be able to sneak back here and grab some supplies or at least hit a couple of his artillery units before I run out of time. Let's run some skirmishers up here to slow down these forces from rushing to the line before I can get my main body of infantry up there. I may have to run them at some point, and they're moving through the woods, so that makes it a bit more of a challenge. But we'll break off skirmishers from all of these to kind of harass him for the time being. In the meantime, then, we're going to pull guys like Sweeney back over here. We'll bring some of these folks down. I'm going to bring these 24-pounders down right here to the edge of these woods. Let's see who else we've got up here. I can probably bring Mahone's militia over. I don't think I need to leave a whole lot up there to hold that area. I can always reinforce if I need to. I'm going to bring my supplies down because I may need those before it's all said and done. All right, and I think that'll just about be enough. I might be able to move Mason as well. At least put him over here. Put Sweeney right here. We'll see how that goes. I'll probably have to tweak some things as we go. Only got to hold for 3.5 hours and this battle's over. The main part is stopping him right here. We got this cavalry over here too. It's kind of a mess. Alright, as long as I can distract these guys for just a little bit, I can get some of these units up there to hold the position. And then we'll be okay. Because I think if I get in position before his main body gets there, I won't have any trouble holding it. Rush these guys down here. Sending his cavalry up, but Sweeney's going to hit him. Alright, we got to slow these guys down. I don't want them getting too out of condition too fast. Alright, let's check everybody out here, make sure that they're getting into position. I think we're good. I'm going to pull these skirmishers back now because hopefully there'll be an opportunity to get up here and hit somebody on the flank like this. I just got to be careful because there's another battery or another brigade coming in here. All right, back up, guys, back up. Alright, we're pretty solid. I think these will be enough to hold right here. I'm just going to keep Mahone's militia right here, just close to the objective in case there's a break in the line anywhere. Now, once all these brigades get committed, I can rush my cavalry back here and see if I can hit somebody. Just got 3 hours I got to hold for. Thinking back to my battle from yesterday, Marye's Heights, a few of you had some observations, and I appreciate all of those. And just give you my own thoughts on that. One person mentioned about the importance of having kind of a double line, having another brigade behind the one at the wall. I actually did kind of a test run the day before I shot the video. And that's exactly what I did in the test run. Is I had more infantry up closer to the lines rather than having them pulled back. And what was happening was they were just getting destroyed by artillery. All the artillery, instead of firing on the units that were at the wall, they were firing on the units behind the wall, and they were causing a lot more casualties because of it. So that was why I made the decision to pull back those support troops and keep them out of sight and range of the artillery. Now, whether or not that was a smart move, I don't know. It may have been why I had some of those units breaking, but that was my thought process for why I chose not to keep those units closer to the line. Alright, so he's got most of them committed now. I want to see these guys get up there too before I go after his artillery. Alright, let's go ahead and bring... Actually, we've got these skirmishers here. Now he'll probably have Root turn. Got a bunch of 3-star units here. Yeah, see, Root's turning already. So let's go ahead and back off here for a second. Alright, it worked. It routed him. Perfect. I'm actually going to go ahead and let Merritt's skirmishers reattach. Same with Ransom's. You still got these 2 more brigades. Once they get up, we'll come around here and sneak at it. Try to get him. Alright, back up, back up. Now his artillery's firing on my skirmishers. Alright, let's double check, make sure everything's good up here. It looks like it is. These 24-pounders may not have anybody in range, so I'm going to have to move them up. They have kind of a short range. Man, those 2 units are taking a long time to move. Alright, we'll get a shot on Phelps's flank and then back up quickly. Just keep on doing that. Move up, hit him, back up. Stewart's militia is not really in range to fire, so I'm going to move him up a little bit too. Alright, let's go ahead and move this cavalry over. I could, hypothetically, I could probably go make a run on Prospect Hill, but I don't need it, so there's no point in doing that. And I'm guessing he's probably got some infantry parked over there that I don't want to run into with my cavalry. He's really not being hyper-aggressive here. He looks like he's starting to maybe move some troops over this way. A lot of artillery up in here. Only thing I'm worried about is this militia unit here, because they're stretched out so thin that might be an issue. I'm thinking I might move Mahone's militia up here to support them for now. Okay, let's hit these guys real quick and then back up, because Gavin will probably put a volley into me. Two hours to go. Holding pretty solid. He's got the numbers. I mean, he's outnumbering me, what? Let's see. He's got me by 20,000 men. If he would just load up in this center and make a punch through to the objective, there's no way I could stop it. Not with the men that I have. Oh, he's got another brigade back here. I gotta wait till these guys are out of the way before I try and hit the artillery. We better not. Well, I guess we already did cross through the water there. All right, let's see what's happening. He's really not making a big effort right here. I'm gonna park those militia right there. Let's get down and make sure everybody stays supplied for the remainder of this fight, because they're down to about half. Doing pretty good so far here. I feel like he's really not too serious about trying to threaten for that position. Preston's had a nice battle. He's had almost 4,000 kills. And it looks like there, you can see the command thing is taking a hit there. I think his division commander probably must have been wounded or killed. Okay, I think we are just about safe. The supplies are a little close to the infantry. I don't think I want to attempt that. But I think I might be able to hit. Now, if I hit one of these artillery, obviously the other two may fire on me, so I got to be cautious there. So Kershaw, he's going to take a little bit of a beating here, but he got Phelps to turn, so that helps get a couple shots into his flank. Alright, I gotta watch because Phelps may be dropping back here. Alright, let's hit these guys real fast. Hopefully I can disengage quick enough to not get hit by the artillery. Alright, back out, back out. He pulled me right into the artillery. Looks like I destroyed. No, I didn't destroy it. I only took it down by about half, but at least I drove it off. Let's see what's happening up here. Not much. So, kind of boring. Not a lot happening because he's really not seriously threatening my line, but that's totally fine by me. Getting the job done. If I can keep this... I was really hoping to keep this battle under 10,000 casualties, but I was outnumbered by so many that, I don't know. It's probably going to be more like 13,000. There's another infantry brigade coming. So he's protecting his artillery to the point where I really can't go after him with my cavalry. I might be able to sneak way around and maybe grab the supplies. The problem is this land, there's a lot of swamp land over here, and it's really not good for movement, especially for cavalry. Toon's militia is taking a beating, but that's what the militia units that I have are there for. If you're new to this series and these last few battles, any unit that's relatively new, inexperienced, and I've given farmer muskets or reboard farmer muskets, I've named them militia just so I can easier identify them on the battlefield. I may just have to deal with this artillery because he's keeping his infantry way too close. Let's go ahead and speed things up a little bit. Sometimes it's easier to see what's happening. He's not making any serious threats. thankfully I got everybody into position quick enough, I think. Where's supply at here? I think everybody's good on supply. You got a lot of 3-star, 2-star units. I didn't point this out before the battle, but his armory number was something like 90%. So it's a well-equipped, well-trained army in addition to outnumbering me. Luckily, I've had the strong defensive position, or I would have probably stood no chance in this battle. Alright. This infantry gets a little farther away. I'll try to hit these two if I can. I might just kind of sit back and just deal with it. Alright, these guys are low on ammo up here, and I doubt that I'll get my supply up there in time to really make a difference. Alright. We're going to just real quick do a little reconnoiter here, see if I can just get lucky and maybe grab some supplies at the last second. Hopefully I don't run into any infantry. He's keeping the supplies pretty close to the front. I'm going to slow it down for a minute here. Alright, let's do this again. They may take some fire from the artillery, but at least I can get a shot into his flank. Okay, there goes Gavin. He's going to turn now. Back up. Why won't you fall back? My fallback button's not working. Come on. No. Don't. Oh, he moved forward. I'm here like spamming F and nothing's happening. Alright, we're solid. We've got a half hour to go here. Alright, I'm going to move Stewart's militia out. Let him get into the flank. Because either way, Gavin's screwed. Because if he turns to face Stewart, then he turns his flank to Merritt. And he's got no protection of his flanks over here. Come on, keep moving. Double check up here. These guys are hanging on. They're doing alright. Doing pretty well, actually. Oh, I got driven off the line here. I didn't even realize that. That's totally fine, though. At this point, it doesn't matter. Send some militia up there. Skirmishers up there just to be safe. And we'll go ahead and back these guys up now. Getting dark. Oh, he's actually doing a little melee attack here in the center. An ill-advised one, to say the least. Let's go ahead and back Mason up. We only got 20 minutes to go here. In fact, we'll just go ahead and speed this thing out. Sweeney, you gotta back up. So he finally started pushing up on this side, which is what he should have done to begin with, because that's definitely where I'm weakest. Oh, no. That's what I want right there. 5 minutes. Alright, we're solid. Only real question is how is it all going to end up. Okay. So I did lose 14,000. That's way more than I wanted to lose here. I mean, it was 4-1 on the casualties. Well, 3-1. A little bit better than, but I took out 2,500 of his cavalry, 26 guns. I wish that could have gone better. And maybe in hindsight, probably there's some things I could do to make it go better. I did capture 5,1855, so that's nice. But let's see how things end up. Here's what really hurts, the officer situation. I just got hammered on officers in this one. Lots of promotions, thankfully. But I did lose a brigadier general wounded. How many did I lose killed? Actually, only one was killed. So the rest of these that were wounded, I'll get back after Stones River. So that's at least helpful. Let's see who did the best on the kills here. Marye, the winner for the day, 5,197 kills, 1,100 losses. O'Hare's Ohio Outlaws, big on both ends of things. Some of my units, of course, didn't really participate all that much, and that's totally fine too. So let's go ahead and look at where things stand moving forward. Here's the thing. I thought that I changed the other names. I guess I didn't, or at least I must have not saved it when I did. So I've got to go in and get the rest of my names for my units in there. I've also got some historical unit names that I'm going to go with. So we'll start here with Bristow. We'll go ahead and make these guys the Paper Collar Brigade, which of course was a historically a Union regiment, but one of the patrons requested that name. So we also have the Hampton Legion. I'll go in and have to fix all this stuff later on as far as the manpower and the generals and everything. But my God, look at them, man. 5,300 losses, 14,000 kills. That one is going to be the, what's the other name that I have to use? That's what I have a notebook for. Snakefoot Brigade. There we go. So we'll get them back in there now. I also have a note from my daughter. It says Rachel was here. So let's see. Moving forward, we've got one minor battle, Everettsville, which is not an easy one. You're uphill in the woods. Not one of my favorite battles to fight, for sure. You can see he's still got 136,000 men. Stones River is going to be another one of those multi-day battles where I kind of tweak the numbers in my favor a little bit. Because right now he's looking at 64,000. I don't want it to be that high. Typically, I've outnumbered him in that battle. I'm not going to outnumber him this time. I think historically that was a pretty even in terms of numbers. Career points. Got a decision to make here. I've got 2 points to spend. I've been going medicine a lot lately and training. Just thinking that keeping my force small but well-equipped and well-trained was the way to go. We're going to go economy and one more in medicine. I think that's the route I'll go. So let's look real quick at Everettsville. How many brigades were taken into this one? 15. That's not one I'm likely to probably take a lot of artillery in because almost the whole thing's fought in the woods. Artillery is going to have a minimal impact, and he's only got 48 guns himself. So I think I'll probably load up on infantry. Maybe some skirmishers. I don't know. I'll probably just break off skirmishers for my units. So we'll figure out how we want to do that, and I'll kind of get back into that probably a couple of days before I do my next Ultimate General video, just because I want to get back to some of the other series that I was doing. Hearts of Iron 4, Europa Universalis. I want to get back into that. And one last thing. I am training myself to get a little better at the Total War series. I've got like 5 of the Total War games. So if there's a particular Total War game or mod that you want to see me play, or let me know which game it is, what campaign you'd like to see me try if you're into that. And once I get a little better at the game and I feel like I'm not a complete disaster, I'll go ahead and do that. Right now I've been playing on Total War Attila, and I've actually used the mod to make it medieval war, and I'm playing as the nation of Mercia. trying to unite all of England. I've done most of that already, so having a lot of fun with that, but we'll see what goes with that. Try to finish up a couple of the other series first. But as always, thanks for watching. I welcome your input, your comments, your questions, your criticisms. We'll see you again next time.